Here at Qdoba in Phoenix, eating with Keats Snideman, Patrick Ward, strength coach extraordinaires, and we're sitting here discussing about the importance of corrective strategies, and we're really just having some kind of a system in place to make sure that when you're getting fit, you're getting fit in a functional way, right? What?
If we want to use that word, but yes.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about the way that the industry is going with things like the functional movement screen? Patrick, you were talking about this PSI. I mean, what are PRI? What do you think about kind of the direction that the industry is going? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it?
Well, it was going in the right direction. I think, like back in the '90s, when guys like Paul Check started really opening up the whole, the whole posture thing. It just got so out of hand where people were teaching people just not even to be able to move because they were just so afraid of breaking bad posture. And you don't have to have perfect posture. It's got to be within a certain realm of ideal, but nobody has ideal posture.
But in talking about things like the functional movement screen, I mean, obviously I have gone through a lot of great stuff. So have you guys. I mean, I personally think it's awesome. I mean, what do you? I mean, you guys use it. You guys on board with it? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I use it definitely. I definitely use it. I just like it because. I mean, and you don't have to do the functional movements. You could come up with your own screen, but you just have to have something that gives you a perspective on what the person, whoever you're working with, what they can and can't do. And probably the most important thing is what they can't do, what their limitations are. And we were just talking about this, a second ago, is that people go to the gym, they go to work out, and they think because they look fit or they look healthy, that automatically qualifies them to be in a in a very intense training program, or I mean, even like Keats, he looks like a very healthy guy. He's very fit, but his shoulders hurt. My neck always. I have chronic neck pain, and a lot of it comes back to the fact that when I break it down, it's very hard to assess yourself. But like, if Keats assesses me, we can get down to kind of the nitty gritty and figure out, oh wow, I really can't do this. Maybe this exercise or whatever exercise or this training program isn't right for me at that time. And I think that's the thing, is how much, what is your exercise program doing for you? Because the goal of any exercise program is to go to the gym is to make you more fit, not to create more problems. And people go into the gym and they want to exercise, they want to get more fit, and then all of a sudden 6 months down the road, my shoulder hurts or my knee hurts. Why is that happening? And it's like, well, if we step back for a second and look at how you do things, maybe it's your program or maybe it's your progressions. I think that's the more important thing. Maybe it's your progressions of what you're trying to do that's getting you in trouble. So you guys on game with the with the whole concept that, I mean, really, I think most trainers are kind of realize that the whole muscle specific thing, training your bodies, the more bodybuilding stuff, and even from a rehab perspective of just trying to isolate your way to health.
Muscles, like it's the psoas, it's the hip flexors. So
really, I mean, the whole progression of movement being the main key here, I would assume that you guys are, I mean, you're all for movement, or better movement.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like, what Gray is doing, because he's really saying, try these strategies that I have. If they work, great. If you got something else that works, use it. I mean, the bottom line is we want people to move better, move more efficiently, effectively, so that they can improve fitness or not add fitness to dysfunction, which is a really good statement that Greg Cook says, because it's really easy to do that. Because as human beings, our bottom line is just trying to survive, even if that means making horrific compensations in technique and form, and using different muscles to get some weight or your body from point A to point B. And eventually you're going to break down. And the more durable clients, athletes, typically they move well, or they move better than the ones that break down.
Right.
And I think also, with the functional movement screen, or with some of the interesting articles that the Postural Restoration Institute people have, I think that was kind of like the next step. Back in maybe early 2000s, late 90s, we had this myopic view of what was happening. Like, oh, it's the glute medius, or it's this one muscle, or it's this one thing. And I really think when you look at globally what's going on, that's the more important thing. It's like, yeah, maybe the glute medius is weak, but what's on the other side of the door, or what's on the other side of the door? Like, you know, what's tight or what's stiff, you know, because it's not just, if I strengthen this glute medius, I might not get what I want. It's got to be, you know, what's the global problem, and then how do I bring that back into, okay, if glute medius is weak, or if something else is the problem, you know, how can I take that and then make that into something that translates into better movement on the field or in real life when you're walking around chasing your kids around the playground or whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Great. All right, guys. It's been great talking. Nice roundtable discussion.
Awesome.
We have to do it again.
Thanks.